Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is the name of the Father. Ba'ashem means in the name, Yahushai, and that's the name of his son. And I'm just going to briefly get into this article. As you can see, it's entitled, Protest is Increasingly Becoming Criminalized in America. And this was published on the 27th of February, which was just last week. And you brothers out there, you can go to libertyblitzread.com. You know, if you want to read the whole article. I'm just only going to get into only a few paragraphs. So it says the historical space available for Americans to engage in public protest has been declining for many years and is a topic I covered on several occasions during the Obama administration. For instance, in the post, The War on Free Speech, U.S. Department of Justice subpoenas Reason.com over comment section. Alright, it says, readers of Liberty Blitz Read will be aware of the gradual erosion by the state of the civil liberties of the American public. Such attacks are typically sufficiently under the radar so that the average citizen has no idea what is happening until it's too late. Right, because the average citizen ain't really paying attention to shit these days, but that's another topic. I have written about such calculated assaults on many occasions, but the Holy Grail target of the status quo is the First Amendment of the Constitution, which enshrines a right to the freedom of religion, speech, the press, and the right to peaceably assemble and petition the government for a redress of grievances. Okay, so that there protects us as the men of the Lord that you see out there prophesying out there on the highways and hedges until this devil decides to show that they have completely disbanded the Constitution, because they've already since 9/11 declared all U.S. citizens as terrorists. But until then, you know, they haven't fully made that known yet. So they're putting more laws into effect to affect the First Amendment to this devil's Constitution. But us as the men of the Lord, you know, we're commanded through the spirit and power of Yahweh, through his son Yahushai, to be out there to prophesy the end of this current age that we're in, where Esau is in rulership. This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's exactly what our lot falls upon right now, because World War III is in the midst. We're not prophesying that, you know, America is going to become great again, or that you know, America is going to bounce back. You know, it's going to be on a steady decline because we're at the time of the end and prophecies are speeding up. That's why, you know, the Lord got Trump in office to, you know, get the ball rolling, so to speak. The prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh hath truly sent him. Right now, we're not in the time of peace. You know, scriptures speak about the time of war, you know. So that's pretty much what's getting ready to take place. You know, we're not prophesying about happy times. The happy times ain't going to come till the kingdom of heaven is established, when Yahushua returns and sets his rulership and dominion on earth. And that's going to be a happy time or a peaceful time for the Israelites. Okay. It says, many aspects of the First Amendment have been neutered in practice. For example, the right to assemble peaceably, and effectively is often prevented in practice by the need to secure permits and other hindrances. Meanwhile, on college campuses where activism is historically most vibrant, many schools have embraced the Orwellian concept of free speech zones in order to prevent free speech. Unfortunately, it appears this trend is about to get a lot worse following the Dakota pipeline protests and increased activism we've seen since Trump's election. It says, as the Hill reports, Republican state legislators across the country are advancing bills that would criminalize or penalize some public protests just a month after millions of Americans took to the streets in opposition of President Trump. And as you can see, since he's been inaugurated, you still have protests to this day. And RT America just published a protest going on less than a week ago. Not My President Day. Anti-Trump protests sweep major U.S. cities. Police fucking up anti-Trump protesters. Another video. Are anti-Trump protests getting to the president? They might be, and that can only mean the coming of martial law, shutdown of the internet. That can only move in the direction of prophecy. What other prophecy is that could possibly come from this? Scriptures also speak about. This is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Because right now, as far as us out there prophesying through the will and the power of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh and the Son, we push this word to the four corners of the earth by the medium of the internet to get the truth out to the hopeful elect that's going to be sealed for salvation. And once the laws is put into place to where we can't be out there anymore, then that's going to bring in the famine of the word, especially when the internet is pretty much going to be shut down as well. I can also see that possibly being a factor with Trump pushing this whole thing against fake news. So he may, it may cause, the men of the Lord, pushing his truth to be, hindered, when the time that the Lord, sanctions for that to be fulfilled, we pretty much won't be out there once that happens. So this is the last precept. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And it can't be any more clearer than that. I mean, we already know that Esau is at the end of his rulership, and he's gonna basically come like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. Because he want to try to disrupt the prophecy of the Lord about coming out of rulership. But this devil is not going to come to not a single moment past the time that he's supposed to be in rulership. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and shalom to you. I came out there laboring this truth and sincerity.